Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. So let's continue our session on Oracle Fusion Financial Applications. So let's recap yesterday what we did. So yesterday we were trying to open our EP period. So let's continue with, let's see first we have opened our EP period or not, and then we will open, if it is not open then we will open our EP period, and then we'll continue on creating invoice, and then after opening period we will manage administrator profile value, that is to default our BU. Okay, so again and again we don't need to assign our BU, right? Once we will manage the administrator profile, our BU will come automatically. Okay, so let's start. First we'll go to our AP period. So for that, go to the navigator. Okay, so starting from the beginning, so this is our home page. Okay, this is our home page. This is our home page. So this is our employee user and the user. So click on navigator. Okay, click on navigator, go to payables, invoice, and go to task list, and here manage accounting period. Search for our primary ledger, that is BISP US. Okay, so period is open. Okay, August was our period and September 24 it is showing, that means our period is open. Good. So click on done. So we have opened our EP period. Okay, so now we'll move to the next task. Now we'll set up some basic AP configuration. For that we have to go to our project. Click on done, go to our project, setup and maintenance, and go to search and type here manage administrator profile. Let me type only profile value. So manage administrator profile values, click on it and type only. Sometimes it does not take the full name, you just only type default underscore org So So now you see these are the users, these are the usernames and profile value. So what we will do, we'll create one more, that is ours, and we will type user, select user, and the username, let me see, the username is Shivam is coming, or that we have Rakesh. Shivam. Rakesh Kumar. Click on OK and give the business unit name. So ours is BISP. So many business units are here, so we'll search BISP. BISP, okay, search it. Now save and close. Okay, so now what we have done, we have default our business unit. So whenever we will create the invoice for our primary ledger, the business unit will automatically come. Okay, so now let's move and create the invoice. But before that, as we have assigned the default business unit, we have to log out and then log in. Okay, so just sign out. I am just signing out and signing in because the process will take too long. That is why I am just quickly I am doing. So I am just sign out and then I will sign in. Confirm. So my username is okay. So now our task is, the next task is create invoice. Okay, so we'll create invoice. This we have done. Now I'll create invoice. Go to navigator. If navigator doesn't work, click somewhere and then go to navigator. Go on payables, and click on invoice and then create invoice. So now you see our business unit name is default. Okay, we don't need to select it again and again. Okay, so this time we will give the number 2222. Okay, the supplier site, so this is our supplier site. If not, let it search. Search for the supplier. the site is not working or what? Legal entity standard BISP. Just a second, friends. Manage invoice. BISP. Just a second. So this is our supply. So this is our invoice. We'll see this one. So this is our supplier site, BISP side 1. Actually I have already made, and that for one business there would be only one site, that is why it is not showing. So this is supplier side BISP side 1. This is our legal entity, and the number, invoice number we have given 1111, the amount we have given 1000. Okay, so the payment terms we are going to select, that is BISP net 45. Okay, so we can, this is manage invoice. Okay, when you will create invoice, the same page will come. Okay, so you have to select business units, you have to select the supplier number, the supplier side, the legal entity. Okay, and then you have to enter the line amount. Okay, so line amount I have entered 100. Okay, so how it will be distributed, that I'll show you. Okay, how it is distributed, that I'll show you. It is validated. Okay, You see 500 distributed for rent, that is 100% distribution. Okay, this for this we have a distribution set. You see we have 500 rupees, we have distributed 200 for another expense. Second item we have another expense that is for 200, and another expense item we have 100. So we have chosen the combination. Okay, so here we have chosen the combination. Okay, so this was validated. Okay, so like this you can also choose. Okay, so how you will enter, let me show you. Okay, so suppose I want to add one more transaction, item number 3, and the amount is okay. So then I will explain you about the wrong entry also. Just let me show you. So we have this 100 amount. Okay, so how to distribute it? So let's say this item belongs to 100 rupees. So how I am going to distribute it? Okay, so suppose this item belongs to 100 rupees. So now how we are adding one more line in it. So what we will do, I'll click on distribution combination. This is the distribution combination. I'll click on it and I can choose the account. Okay, so let's say I want to search for expense. So I'll write expense. So let's say it's expense accrual account or something. So let's say accrual account. Okay, or expense adjustment, choose whichever you want to choose. Click on, just a second. So let's take some more expense. Click on search. So let's say this is of let's say this is of irrigation expense. Click on OK. Okay, click on OK. So this is how we can choose the combination. This belongs to which account. Now item 3, if I click on distribution, so how I want to distribute this 100 rupees or $100. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll click on 100 rupees, and this would be. So you see how we can enter the amount here. Okay, so click save and close. So now total amount is, you say, 1000 and 1100, so we have to edit here also. Okay, otherwise it will not take. Okay, so let's say save and close. Okay, so now it is validated, but we have not. Let's validate. This invoice is already validated. Okay, so now what we will do, what we will pay. So now this, once it is validated, how to validate? Just click on validation, and there is one tab, you click on validated. Now only we have to pay. Okay, so we'll see how to pay. If you want to see the discount given by the supplier before validation, just click on validate and click on manage installment, so you will see the discount is given by the supplier. Okay, so now I am going to post it into Ledger. So let me click on post to Ledger. Okay, so now I'm going to post to Ledger. So pay in full. First we'll give the approval. It is validated, then we have to delete. So now manage invoice. Invoice number such. This is. So now we will validate it. Let's, now it is showing 1100. Let's say if it is allowing us to validate. No, it is not allowing us to validate. So we'll pay in full. Needs revalidation. So we are doing validation. So click on this invoice. So click on action, click on validate. Okay, so it is asking us to revalidate, so click on validate. See, now validated. Now what we will do, we'll post to Ledger. Okay, we'll post to Ledger. Okay, so now we'll see the accounting, how this entry is posted. You see how this entry is posted. So we have validated our. So how the system is taking debit and credit account? Because there is a rule in accounting method. Within the accounting method, we have rule for each and every transaction, and accordingly system is taking. So the account entry is transferred to GL in the form of journal. Okay. So this is our entry. Liability is credit, expenses debit. Okay. If I want to see beauty account, this is our entry, you see, 1000 USD. Okay, so now click on done. Now we will verify the accounting entries and transfer it into ledger. Now go to validated, post to ledger also. Now save and close. Payment is done. Click on done. Okay. Now go on task list. Go on. Okay, so now our work is done here. So we have our next task, that is go to navigator, go to journal accounting, because we need to journal accounting. So go on journal, there we will see the entries. Some error is coming. Once again, let me go to period close. Let me check the period close. It is working slowly, friends. Just a minute. Okay, so once again go on navigator, go on journal accounting, click on journals, something got changed, friends. I think manage journal, manager. I'll find out my journals, source, accounting period August 24, and source, let me select, search, source, I'll write payables, Tables. Do we have our entry? Yes, August 24. We have our entry here. So click on it. We'll open the journal. So in the journal, it is posted, fund status not applicable. So all accounts will see debited. Only our liability account is credited. Okay. Yeah. So our liability is credited. So let's check this 500 belongs to which invoice. Okay. Let me see. Suppose this I want to check this invoice. Let's see. This belongs to which invoice. So click on 500. So this is of 1111. Like this we can check also that this entry belongs to which invoice. So if you want to see more, click on expand. This party name BISP supplier 1, this address, invoice number, invoice amount, in amount remaining. Okay. Now let's see the transaction. Let's view the transaction. If you want to see the full information, we can click on view transaction. Okay. So this is the full transaction. Okay. This is our full transaction, friends. The distribution and everything. You can see the supplier site. Okay. Click on. Now suppose we found one entry wrong. So in case, what we will do? So in case we click on done. Suppose we found any entry wrong. So what we can do? We can click on done. When we will collect in payables, automatically it will get corrected in GL also. So let's try. Click on done. Okay. Save and close. Now done. Now go to navigator, go to payables and go to invoice. Okay, so that invoice is posted. So we click on I'll explain you. So when if we click on, suppose our invoice number is 1111. Okay, so we can click on it. Okay, and then once again we can click on accounted. Okay, and then we select the entry. Okay, we'll click on entry. Just say we can click on entry, and what we'll do, since I have posted I have to make another invoice, so I'm not making it. We are running out of time, so I'm explaining you. So we'll click on the invoice, click accounted, then click on entry, and then we can click on override account. Okay, so from override you can change the entry also. Okay, and then once again you have to validate it, and post to ledger. Simple, this step you have to follow. Okay friends, so till here we have completed. So now we'll manage the payment. Okay, so click on our, now we'll process to the payment. Click on setup and maintenance. Now go to navigator, go to payables, go to payables, and then go to payments. Now we have created the amounts, the payment. Okay, in the payment tab you search go to task list and manage payment. Supplier our BISP BISP supplier 1 we have. Okay, so click on search. Then click on advance. Again the site is working slowly friends, it is so our reconciliation is pending, so we have to do some more settings, and then the we will see the status negotiable. And so let's continue tomorrow, because now I have to make one more supplier, one more site, and then I'll show you how to manage the payments. Okay, so let's wait for tomorrow with a new topic, and before starting the new topic we'll continue this topic. Okay, so okay friends, this much for today. Thank you so much for joining this webinar.